I think Dustin should keep it good boxing, good, calm, like do what he does, walk in the range, find his shots, set him up, start setting him up, and control the tempo. Dustin does a really good job of controlling where y'all exchange, when y'all exchange, and how the fight takes place. I think he needs to do that, get in his face, force him to fight his fight, and pick and control when the exchanges happen. I think Dustin has better footwork also. I think if Dustin can get in close and draw him into a pop, 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 you know what I mean, to combos, drawing us kind of same thing like I advise for Kev to do. I think Dustin can do the same thing. I think Benah has a tendency to start kind of want to throw power, to want to try to kill you. You know what I mean? This guy, like you say, he wants to take your soul. I think the only thing with that is the fact of you overextend, you leave a little fundamentals on the table, you end up getting caught, and I think that's where Dustin
he starts weighing the punches.
Shot.
He's open.
Going for it again. Something he nearly out. Dustin Poirier in round 2.
Pantoja is a different level of opponent from anybody that this guy has fought. Pantoja's pace is a higher pace than anything this guy's ever seen. So I believe Pantoja's key to victory, get in his face, get your hands on him, and keep making him work. Just keep making it work. Anything that's where you're not just on the outside letting this motherfucker throw crack shots at you. Because if he does, he will crack you and he will put you down. He can put you down. But I believe everything else outside of that works for Pantoja.
Good jab. Borralho appeared.
Oh, nice job by Pantoja.
Oh my goodness, he's fighting it off. He's out.
He is out and still.
Pantoja.
He is the man.
Fight the guy. Another one of the guys, Christian Curtis going up against Roman Kopylov. How do I see this fight? Roman is the taller, longer, more lankier fighter. I believe he will be faster. I believe he's a little faster as far as subtle initial quickness from the outside. So I believe that'll be where he would maybe try to work. Chris has really good durability, really good gas tank, really good pressure. He sets a really, really good pace, and his boxing is phenomenal. He's I've sparred him. He can catch you on the inside, he can catch you on the outside, and whenever he gets your timing and he starts to time up shots and starts to put that pace on you, if you welter or fold even just in the smallest of bits, you're fucked. All right, so I believe that's gonna be the key for Chris. Get on the inside, good boxing, good head movement, a good shell to essentially get in Roman's face, push the pace, push the pace of the fight, pressure, and just beat him up. For Roman, I believe he's gonna have to find a way to keep Chris off of him with long shots and get respect. Leg kicks. Chris has been out for a while, you know what I mean, and him. You're gonna have to test the endurance of his legs. He's had an injury. He's had injuries to the legs and things like that. And I believe that's probably something that he's going to be trying to work at, chopping at the legs. Good long jab. Roman has some boxing of his own. I mean, some slick counters and things of that nature. But ultimately, I believe his kicks are going to be the huge factor that could play dividends for him in this fight. I believe he needs to work his kicks, work kicks low to the legs, work them up to the body, kind of because the way Chris holds his arms, he's not gonna really as much as move out of the way of the kicks as much as he's gonna kind of take them on and take them on the arms. I believe he can beat up the arms there, beat him up, kind of batter him in that sense. So I would say, so for Roman, I would say work your kicks, the legs to the body kicks.
Still going. What a fight.
Wow, the first of the year.
Stop.
Whoa. And Mark Smith calls it.
Second round.
Waves it off with a second on the clock.
The main event, in your first main event of 2025, Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Ribas, part 2. So how do I see it this time? I kind of see it as the same as last time. I believe Amanda Ribas just needs to work a jab, work a really, really good jab from the outside and work her strikes from the outside. You know, she kind of keeps her movement and things like that to kind of keep her guessing and just use her movement and use her pressure and just her unpredictability to keep Mackenzie kind of on that back foot. She needs to keep her on the back foot and away from being able wanting to shoot and try to take her down. For Mackenzie, she needs to be able to get forward, get on that lead leg. Mackenzie has a fairly decent jab of her own and be able to work behind that jab and try to get to the takedown and get her to the ground, so she can work that world-class jiu-jitsu that she has. Amanda, I believe her teep kicks should be money in this. Her jab, as long as she's working her feet with it, work your feet with your jab, work your straight punches, and work those teeps up the middle and kind of chop at that leg also. I believe that those type of things would pay dividends for Amanda Ribas. For Mackenzie Dern, I believe she should work behind her jab and look to trying to corner her and tie her up and get her to the ground and work her submission, work her jiu-jitsu to get to that finish.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah, she's just trying to create the opening by punching first instead of just ripping the arm, because if she goes back for it, she can lose position.
Armbar's there again, though.
Yeah, left
She's
arm
thinking
down.
about it.
There it is.
There it is. She's going to break that
commit to
grip
it
of
now.
Ribas.
Short time on the clock.
Punching her in the face will do it. She's going to slit it.
Really sits back.
She
and
gets
there's
it.
the round 3 in the waning seconds.
What a finish.
Mackenzie
Incredible.
Dern by submission.
Sean Brady versus Gilbert Dirty Neil Burns. How do I see this fight? We've seen Gil. We know what Gil is, but we more so are familiar with Gil. So we know Gil has power in his hands, dangerous power in his hands, and he has world-class jiu-jitsu that I don't recommend most people test. Brady, the only shot that I really seen him like kind of commit on is like this little check hook that he throws that he doesn't really set up. And he just does to kind of get him off at an angle that I believe is to kind of get you to turn towards him so he puts himself in position to shoot for a takedown. He's got good kicks. Brady does have good kicks. The one thing I do see with that is when he does throw a body kick, it's like a heavy kick and he kind of just sits into it and he's not like really flowing. So what do I see? So I think for Sean, he should stay tight, use his footwork, and more so use his grappling and his shooting and his wrestling to not get to the ground with Gilbert, but just kind of tie him up and force him to work. Test his gas tank. We've seen Gilbert go 5 rounds and be able to do it at a high level. We've also seen Gilbert get tired. I believe coming off a layoff, coming off a surgery, and things like that, I believe that's what Sean Brady should test. Grappling, dirty box inside to clinch. Make it a fight like that more so than a ground fight where he can present a lot of threats to finish you. I think you should probably, press him up against the fence, clinch him, dirty box inside. I have seen Sean with the ability to do that, and I believe he should do that. Make it more of a clinch in close, not a ground grappling fight, more of a standing grappling fight. Kind of fight him in the clinch and then the dirty boxing from there. And hopefully he's found a good 1-2 and a good long jab, a good jab and a good long 2 that would pay dividends for him against a Gilbert Burns.
For your winner by unanimous decision, Sean Brady!
Borralho will have that. He has the height advantage. He don't have the reach advantage. So that'll be an interesting thing to see. But he does have the speed advantage. The thing is about his speed, the way he uses to hit you hard first, fast. So I think for Jared, for the most part, it's gonna come down to, is he able to take that initial shot and be able to slip and rip and things like that. So that's how Jared Cannonier should probably he's going to have to fight. He's going to have to be on the front foot, coming forward at him, slipping and ripping, feints to draw the things out, to draw the speed out, to draw attacks out, to try to mess up his timing. Jared's timing is going to have to be very on point in this fight against Borralho. For Borralho, I think he should keep good range, stay disciplined, be faster, be that faster fighter. Pick your shots, have things ready, be ready for the counter. He's dangerous. He's gonna have problems after that first initial strike, right? So after that first initial bang, I hit you first, where Jared Cannonier gets hit first, where he's gonna have to throw, which he does. He's gonna have to throw right back immediately. Kyle's gonna have to be ready for that. He's gonna have to be ready to move and be able to counter back off of that, which he has that ability to do. It's a very interesting fight to see. Borralho's gonna have to figure out his pace for a 5-round fight. Jared Cannonier is gonna have to set the pace. He's gonna have to get after him, get him on his back leg, deal with that first, draw out that first initial strike, crack him, and mixing the grappling. Like I said before in the fight earlier, when a guy's faster than you like that, and I believe the speed advantage that I believe Borralho has in this fight, he's gonna have to mix it up and grapple him. He's gonna have to slow him down a little bit.
Cannonier still with it.
That neck, taking underhook now.
Man, Cannonier, heart of a lion to stay in this fight. Likely Kyle Borralho get the decision victory to become a contender.
All for your winner by unanimous decision, Kyle, the Natural